What's up, Candy Lickers? Pleased to meet you. Nice to know me. What you doing? You listening to another edition of Casio's Cut, and I'm joined by my good friend, wrestler himself, Mr. Cabana Man Dan. What's up, buddy?
I am doing wonderful, Casio. I'm ready to lick some candy with you on this show, whatever that means in that sense. I'm excited to sit down and talk with you. We're a couple of two peas in the pod, really.
Yeah, let's get that. Let's start there. That's a good starting point since we both got our start in Gadsden, Alabama. How does one? Now you're a little bit younger than me.
Probably not by much.
We both got the baby face though. What high school did you go to?
Actually, I went to Glencoe.
Oh, you went to Glencoe. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
He's a country boy.
I guess I was the one non-white person.
In Glencoe?
Yeah.
Oh, non-white person.
Yeah,
I was going, wait, what? No,
I was
you got that backwards.
I was the 1% other in the SATs. So you had a bunch of rednecks and a Filipino boy.
You born and raised there? Your family there? What's happening? How do you end up in Gadsden?
Well, I was born at the Riverview Hospital.
Yeah.
And parents lived in Glencoe, and I pretty much stayed in Etowah County my entire life except for 1 year, and I was in Homewood for a year, and it was terrible. So we moved back to Glencoe, and now I live on Knockaloo Mountain.
How do you? That's where I grew up. That's where my parents are right now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I'll give you their address when this stops.
Well, you don't want to do that.
How do you go from Gadsden? Oh, is that a corgi?
We don't know what it's a mutt. I think it's
awesome.
That's Lulu, actually Lucha. I think she's a Dachshund Jack Russell mix.
Was she getting your lap?
No, she don't like to be touched.
Really?
You got to pick her up and she just like yelps. And I've got a cat over here climbing a ladder like he's getting the money in the bank.
We need a cat. We'll get a cat appearance. Oh.
Yeah,
he's hiding. Oh, there he is climbing the ladder.
That's where Gravy likes to perch.
That's his name, Gravy?
Mm-hmm. I got Turkey and Gravy. That's my two cats. Because they were found on Thanksgiving week. Rescued.
You are Gadsden, buddy. You are Gadsden if you got Turkey and Gravy as your cats. I need tater and gravy is what I need. All right.
Biscuit and gravy.
Yeah, I do need biscuit and gravy. That dog cracks me up.
Yeah.
Is it concerned with you? What does it want?
It's
it's mad. You said it was eating Lucky Charms a second ago.
Yeah, she wants the Lucky Charms back. She's senile. She's 14, so she has a lot of seizures and stuff.
Seizures?
Yeah, she's not doing good, but she likes to just walk around the house for hours.
She's like a shark, just keeps going.
Yeah, I think she's like, how ghosts kind of have like a muscle memory and just haunt. I think she's a ghost.
She just knows how to roam the house and knows where everything is.
And I got another lazy dog. She's 14 as well. She's an Australian Shepherd. She doesn't get off the couch much.
Woo!
So
that's a high energy dog though, but 14 is old.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then I got a hamster, the 4 chickens, 2 ducks, and a betta fish. I had a parakeet, but the cats killed it.
What?
Yeah, I came home from work and they pulled the cage off the dresser, and it was just fidgeting in the floor. And it was still alive, and it just had this "please kill me" face. So I had to take it outside.
Out of the cage?
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought it was a cat toy. Yep. They half ate it.
Oh no. You got like a compound like I do. My wife, of course, gets all the animals we can. You have almost or as more than me. I got 2 dogs, a cat, a snake, a lizard, a tarantula, and 9 chickens.
Wow.
We have 5. They're like a month away from eggs, and then we have 5 backups because I heard you run through the chickens.
Really? I don't know. We stuck.
Have you lost any?
No, they're huge now, and they're producing. Like I think we forgot to get eggs for a couple days, and we brought in like 15 eggs today.
So how many chickens do you have that lay eggs?
They don't let me watch, so I'm just assuming they're all doing it now.
Okay, so that's how many chickens?
Yeah, 4.
So 4. Are they about once a day?
At least once or twice, because we were getting at least 3 eggs a day now.
Oh,
3 or
snap.
4. So
I'm in for it then.
I'll never have to buy eggs from Aldi again,
Are you
at least for
gonna,
a while.
are you gonna be selling eggs? You mean that guy's got the fresh egg sign in the yard?
No, I eat a lot of eggs.
Oh, yeah, you're
I
in
eat
shape. I forgot.
and duck eggs. I eat duck eggs too.
What do you mean?
I got duck eggs.
Wait, what is it? Is a duck friendly? I got a lot of questions here.
They're
Mm,
skittish. They don't really let me touch them, so they just kind of run away. Like I get jealous of all the TikToks of ducks hugging children and stuff.
yeah.
So they just I don't know. They'll just kind of get close to you, but if you like look at them, they get spooked. But the chickens will let you hold them and stuff, so that's cool.
Yeah, the chicken. By the way, having chickens, we got them right after the start. I saw you start posting on social media. You got them just a little bit before us. You kind of sealed the deal with my wife. She's like, "Hey, if Cabana Man Dan's got some, we got to get some." But the chickens are way smarter than I thought chickens were.
Yeah,
Are you smart?
I don't know what really constitute for smart chickens, but
Why
uh,
the bar set really low for chicken?
I think they're a little clever. It's fun when you let them out and they start like chicken scratching the ground and stuff,
They're
and
hilarious.
they just like fly out of nowhere, and it's like it kind of takes you by surprise because you forget they fly,
Yeah.
and the next thing you know they're like 5 or 6 feet in the air. They don't get much higher than that.
It's just like a burst.
Yeah, they do, and then they're just like Legend of Zelda chickens. They just like coast on the way down.
I love their run where they're just like their heads down and they have
Uh,
like almost a crisscross walk.
oh yeah, and if you got the ducks here, I'll show you. The
Yeah.
ducks, they'll just be like this. They're literally waddling the whole time, and it's just funny. And they'll try to fly, but they run and just do this the whole time. They're too fat. I
Wait,
don't think they're supposed to fly.
so ducks are laying eggs?
Yeah, not as much. Maybe like 1 or 2 a day.
What's the taste difference?
Man, I tried
Nothing?
to. Well, I tried to eat like a three duck egg omelet,
Oh God.
and like they taste like regular chicken eggs, except the yolk's like maybe 25% bigger,
Ooh.
and like the flavor of the egg is very bold compared to a chicken egg. So it's just overwhelming. So I have to cut.
It's overwhelming.
I have to have 1 duck egg with 2 chicken eggs and cheese every day. That's my breakfast.
Uh, I now know going in 3 egg omelets, 3 duck egg omelet is overwhelming.
It's too much yolk.
You sounded like everybody that's on a Hoarders episode where they come in and they're like, "Why aren't you cleaned?" And you go, "It's just overwhelming now." You were just defeated by the 3 egg omelet of the duck.
Yeah. This is like I had to. Well, I couldn't eat it all the way, so I had to get a pita bread and make it a wrap with some mayonnaise and more cheese and hot sauce just to choke it down. So I don't do that anymore. But I've got other wrestlers want me to bring duck eggs to the show because they just want to try it. So it's
I'm
more protein.
fascinated.
So I could bring you one next. I'll for real bring you one at the next Top Show if you ever want to go to for the
Done.
factory.
Consider that a deal. All right, so you got an event this week. This episode is dropping on September 1st. If you're listening to this later, it's September 1st, 2020. But you got a match coming up this week. So before we get to that,
Okay.
let's go back a little bit. How do you go from Glencoe boy to getting into wrestling? Because I need to know about trainer Chief Little in the house.
Wow, I'm surprised you knew. You must have went to my non-existent Wikipedia page. No, so back in the day, we had movie gallery.
Yeah.
We go to movie gallery, look at wrestling tapes, and we were looking at the ones at the Glencoe movie gallery, and the lady that was working at the counter was like, y'all boys like wrestling? So I said, yes, ma'am, we do. He's like, well, there's a show in Center. It's about 20 minutes up the road, and they say they train people. I was like, okay. So we went and showed up on a Saturday night in Center in the back of an antique store to watch Wrestling Christian Fellowship. And
Okay.
we've never watched live wrestling before other than WWE. So watching it in an independent level, we didn't know it was bad yet. So
It was just
we were all
wrestling
in.
then.
It was wrestling. It was characters. It was whatever. And then we talked to the only person that wore a suit was the ring announcer. So we talked to him because he looked like he was in charge. And he told us to talk to Chief Little in, and he said, well, guys, I'll train you for $20 a week. I just want to let you know, if you're in it for the money, there ain't none. So I was like, well,
which is why he's training kids for $20 a week.
Well, let me tell you, I sure got $20 a week worth of training.
Did you?
I was terrible. I was so bad. But yeah.
What's his background? He was just, how did he get into it? What was he doing?
He was actually kind of like a undercard guy. He'd get brought in for NWA every now and then as
nice.
As a underneath guy. And I think he told me the biggest thing he ever got to do was for one of the Halloween Havocs, he was Sid Vicious's limo driver. So
yeah.
So I never fact checked him. I just believed him. So
who are you to question Chief Little Lynn, dude? How old is he when you start training? Is he already old? I picture him like super old.
He probably was, maybe late 30s. He's probably my age when I started, like my age now, because I'm 35.
I picture him like this old, crusty,
Well,
kids. There ain't no money in it. I didn't see he's like 30. He's like a kid.
Well, he was rode hard and put up wet, like most wrestlers in the 80s.
He was what I was picturing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was cool because we were just backyard wrestling at the time. So when we had a chance to actually play around in a ring, that was pretty cool.
When do you create Cabana Man Dan? What are you starting off as? You're not starting off as Cabana Man, are you?
That's right.
Yeah.
I was 14 years old.
Nailed it right out of the gate.
Yeah, I was like, if I'd ever be they asked me what my name was. I was like, I don't know. If I was a wrestler, I'd like to be an Islander guy. And I guess I'll be Cabana Man Dan because that has a nice ring to it.
But were you already toying with that name? Or, I mean, how does Cabana Man come from?
I don't – well, that was a lot of concussions ago. But I just think it just sounded good, man. It wasn't really a lot. Yeah, it wasn't really anything really thoughtful. It rolled off the tongue, and maybe I liked RVD, little 3 initials thing, and it kind of worked out with CMD, and it just kind of stuck.
That's what I was going to ask next. When you're watching these tapes, who starts, at first you just start taking it all in and you like everybody and you like, you're the Standard, the Hulk, and whoever's on top when you start watching. Then you start figuring out what you like, who you like, why you like them. So who starts catching your eye once you start taking it all in?
Well, once you get through the Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan, they're obviously going to be the ones that catch your eye because they're front and center on the WrestleMania box. But for real, man, it was Brutus the Barber Beefcake when I was little.
Really?
Yeah, I was really big into characters and colors. Tatanka, Repo Man.
Look at this mouse pad I got right here.
Oh, look at that. That's incredible.
With all of them, dude.
Brutus the effing Barber Beefcake.
Have you ever met him? Have you got to meet him?
No, I've never met Brother Brood. I would love to. I'm sure he's
met him a couple times. Fantastic. By the way, I think I got his number. I'm going to send you his number. You just start slowly texting Brutus the Barber.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I'll give you Lash LaRue's if you don't have it.
What is Lash LaRue doing? I met him at a Tough Man competition in Gadsden one time, right when he was first starting off. And I was like, he was like, oh, I'm a wrestler. And we're like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm sure you're a wrestler at a Tough Man competition. He's like, no, my name's Lash LaRue. And, he was getting a shot. Is he still wrestling? Is he still doing stuff?
No, his last show was actually in 2004 for a show I promoted in Southside.
Really?
I believe that might be his last match, but it was against Bull Buchanan.
Yeah.
So, But it's funny that we would talk about him because I've got a friend of mine from high school that works out at the same gym he does in Jacksonville, and he says the dude's yoked. He's ready for another run, but
Where,
last year,
Jacksonville, Alabama, or is he in
yeah,
Florida? He's in
Jacksonville,
Jacksonville,
Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah,
We need Lash LaRue to get another run. I'm in on that, dude.
he,
Yeah,
he
those
he's
sideburns are
yeah
rocking.
he's doing his cartoons in art, doing art, but it's just funny that he's been kind of the topic of some DMs between some of us. So you never know.
Okay, all right. I
But
dig
we
it.
had the same football coach too, so that was cool.
Oh, like high school?
Hmm. Yeah,
What, Glee?
he went to Oxford, and then that coach that he had, they won state championship, and then he ended up coming to Glencoe and was my football coach.
Oh,
So that was
nice.
kind of cool.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a
Small world. It is.
All right. So when do you, if people have not seen Cabana Man Dan, you have the surfs up and you also have the flip flop chop. When did the flip flop chop come to existence?
It wasn't out the gate. Actually, I wore boots for the first like 2 or 3 years,
Okay.
and then I was tying up my boots in the armory in Sylacauga, Alabama. And then when I went to cinch the knot, the laces snapped, and I was like, "Well, what do I do?" And the promoter's like, "You're an Islander kid. Just wrestle barefoot." So I wrestled barefoot, and I think my cat pissed on my boots at home, so I just threw them away, and I never wore them again. So that's how I started just coming out in flip flops. But I didn't hit anybody with them for like 2 or 3 years after that. And I was in a battle royal in Fayetteville, Tennessee, and one of the heels, Brian Sterling, went and got my flip flops and went to go hit people with them. But in that moment, I was like stuck in bullet time. Like everything just slowed down. I was like, holy crap, that is a money idea. So I would do naturally what I would do to anybody. I cut the guy off before he hit anybody, took the flip flops and started wailing on people, and then that's how it was born. So I owe like a vast majority of my career and notoriety to Brian Sterling for picking up the flip flops, because I would have never thought about it. Honestly, I wanted to be a wrestler.
You've had many was I at an event where you had like an oversized flip flop? Was that a thing? Did you have a giant flip flop? Or am I just
And
creating this in my head?
I would love to have a giant flip flop. Like
I'm talking
I've
about
got,
huge.
no, I don't, I wish. So we used to run shows in Fort Payne, Alabama, and there was a shoe store, and they had a giant like Chacos or something like in the window. I was like, man, I'd love to have that,
Oh,
but
that'd be great.
I would love it. I mean, I've got a giant like foot, but it's not really the same.
All right, if anybody sees giant flip flops, you need to acquire them for me and a
Yes,
Cabana Man
please.
Dan.
I
We
would
need
love
to do
it.
that. The bigger the flip flop, the better. We can make this happen, Dan. All right, so we got the so now you're wrestling and you are with a promotion who has the biggest wrestling belt I've ever seen in my entire life, aka Humungold.
That's right. That's right. That's the New South Heavyweight Championship. Is called Humungold. It's been worn around the waists of Jonathan Gresham, Tyler Matrix, myself, Baron Black, Pineapple Pete, Suge D, Odinson, and currently the real deal Derek Neal. So it's, if you've ever seen it, I mean, I call it the 30 pounds of gold. I had to lug it around for over a year. Airports, buses, Ubers. It's wild. I mean,
Is it 30 pounds?
sure. Yes, it's very heavy and
I
awkward.
like it. Let's do it. Let's keep rolling with that.
Uh,
So the first time I see you, I mean, the first time everybody sees it, I imagine, is absolutely fascinated with it. So you've got to tell everybody. Oh, look at that thing!
Look at
Look at
that.
that thing! Watch this! Boom!
There's
Yeah.
there's my scrotum. So,
That is the New South and the Old South right there. So Humungold, which you went viral with this meme. This is a good looking meme for you.
yeah.
What? Tell us how Humungold comes to fruition here.
All right. So, do you remember back in the maybe like the early TNA days with a big fat oily guy?
Ole Anderson?
No, oily. Like he was covered in baby oil. And
Oily. I thought you said Ole guy. I was like, buddy, that's Ole Anderson. He's a pretty big deal.
Remember him?
Yeah.
You might be familiar. His name is Brian Bearden, and he was Tiny the Bell Ringer for years for TNA in the early parts. Anyways, he makes belts now, and we had sent the design of like the main plates to him, and he had however you make plates. I don't know. You fabricate them,
Right.
you cut them out, and he sent management a message saying that he had cut the belt or the plates too big, and being wrestling, bigger is better.
Right.
He says, "Screw it, make a big belt." So we got a big ass belt.
It is absolutely gigantic. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, you can see it in the background. It is absolutely. By the way, with my head in there, it's almost life size like that. It is huge. And you're not the biggest guy, Dan. So when you have it,
I'm 6'4", 250. What the hell?
Right. So when you got it, it looks even absurdly bigger than it is.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this. How long you held it for? How long?
368 or 9 days, something like that.
So we get COVID hits, we shut everything down, and you come back and drop it.
Well, I would have held it the whole time, anyways.
No, yeah, I'm just saying. I hate that right out of the gate.
Well, it happens. It was my first match back since March, really, and then the competitor Derek Neal, he started back a few months earlier than I did. Had a little bit more matches under his belt coming back, and it may have been a little rusty. So the better man may not have won that night because he kicked me in the coconuts and dropped me on my head. So.
Oh, what a heel. Kicking the coconuts is always a heel move. So he's got Humongold now.
Yeah, it's in Bowling Green, Kentucky, baby.
And you, unfortunately and fortunately, got a rematch, but we're not successful.
Nope. I did kick him in the coconuts, but it didn't work out for me. He had one of his guys, Adam Priest, guy out of Hartselle, come out, grab the belt, and knock me out with it. Actually cut my nose up pretty bad.
And, I got to tell you, Adam Priest is a good wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen him a few times. He's a really good wrestler. Yeah, I hate that he went against you because he whipped you.
Well, he's a jerk. I don't know what his end game is, but he decided to turn dirty on us and blast me with the belt. And I don't know. He doesn't act like a yes man, so I got to figure out what his game plan is.
All right, so we're gonna get into the look at that peeking through right there. Look what happened there. Oh, let me get Humongold off the background here. But like we mentioned earlier, you are basically with New South. You're basically starting back over from scratch here, man. You've went back down the totem pole and you got to work your way back up.
Yep, just like any wrestler that loses the belt and then loses the rematch, you kind of start back at square one. There's other people that win opportunities and they're on the way up. I know the current number one contender is Suge D, aka Pineapple Pete from AEW. He won a Sinister Six match at the last Huntsville Furniture Factory show, and he's the guy right now that's gunning for Derek Neal. Actually, not only him, but Joey Janela's cousin Donnie Janela is facing him on the 5th. So
Kung Fu?
Yeah, Kung Fu Donnie Janela's got his first championship opportunity. So
we got a lot of things going on. Your main goal, though, is you got to climb back into this thing.
That's right.
This, like we said, this episode is, if you're tuning in live or close to live, is September 1st, 2020. You got a match coming up here this weekend on the 5th. Tell me about this weekend.
Well, I've, like I said, I wanted to start back at square one, fought my way back up, and there's no other person I'd want to start off with than El Numero Uno, the Scenic City's favorite son, Jaden Newman, who's at a really young age, quite the grizzled young vet. I think he's been wrestling like 6 or 7 years. He's like barely 21, so looking forward to it. He's Russell's runs TWE out of Chattanooga, so he's been coming in New South pretty frequently, having great matches. But that's my first opponent to try to get back on track.
I mean, are you just gonna keep fighting whoever they throw in front of you till they give you another shot, or what?
If that's what it takes, that's it's wrestling.
It's wrestling.
You line them up and I knock them down. So that's what old Stone Cold said. So we're very similar. So in that aspect.
By the way, I watched the hype video before we recorded. I got super pumped. Your little highlight reel, dude.
Oh, the one that I just put out on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's something that I've been needing to do for quite a while. That 2019 was about 60 something matches for me. 2020 is a handful. And as soon as I got done making it, I forgot like 5 other matches and 5 other promotions I could have put on there. But you gotta make another one. But
what stands out from 2019 from that particular one?
From that highlight reel or just
Yeah.
2019 in general?
From that, either one.
I'm trying to think. There's just
That's
so
a
much.
306. That's over a year reign. I mean, you got what stands out to you?
Winning the Haas tournament, which I forgot to put any of that in the highlight video, but that whole weekend of wrestling carry off on Friday night, Saturday wrestling the Mongol Britt Jackson, and then the main event beating Baron Black, Donnie Janela, and Cheeseburger, and getting T-bone suplex on the entrance ramp, power bombed through a table, power bombed on the ring apron, power bombed in the ring, spitting up blood because Baron Black clotheslined me in the teeth, and then winning the jacket and having the face off with the then champion Tyler Matrix, and then having to get like 4 hours of sleep and go to Nashville the next day on Sunday for Southern Underground Pro and wrestle purple belt and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Dom Guarini. So it was the most painful weekend of my life.
Had to be gratified though afterwards.
It was. I mean, it was a really emotional moment because even before winning the Haas tournament in 2019, I had lost my name and my character back in 2018 to the current Hot Tamale Daniel Perez. He came in as the evil fake Cabana Man Dan, beat me. And this is stuff that's not even on IWTV. TV. We weren't even doing that yet. But he had beaten me for my character. I was just Dan. No character, no moves, black trunks, black shoes. And I eventually won my name back, and then eventually won the Haas tournament, and then would win the championship in August. So it was like a 2-year storyline from this fake CMD to losing everything to getting it all back, getting my ass beat, and then just it was a really good story. I mean, you don't really get to see long-term stories in the indies anymore, so I thought that was really special.
You've had some great battles with the stunts.
Yeah. Marco's my homie. Whether we're side by side or wrestling each other. I mean, just from that highlight reel, you saw the bloody mess that the 4 of us were at Southern Underground Pro with Violence is Forever versus They Might Be Giants, and the flip-flop the tacked flip-flops.
I was about to say, we have a flip-flop with a weapon inside of it.
Yeah. We spent most of the day. I think the day before we were in Indiana, so we were coming back. Elmer's gluing thumbtacks to flip-flops in the back seat of a car. And I don't know if you saw it, but in that match, that bell shot that Dom Guarini gave me to the back of the head,
stiff.
It was the shits. That was as real as it can get. That's attempted murder.
Stiff.
It was like cartoonish. Yeah, it was like a cartoon. Yeah, like the actual dong. Whenever you hit it, I'm like, you can't fake it. It was wild.
I wondered if you went in and added the bell sound because you could hear it.
Nope, that's organic. That's an organic bell sound. And looking back, it's like I can't even get mad because that was just I don't know. It happens. I got the flip-flop with the tacks and was driving it into his forehead really hard. So we even.
All right, let's get into the countdown, Cabana Man Dan, as
Okay.
we hit everybody before we get out of here. We hit every episode 10 questions to wrap up the show. You're going to be no different. So 10 questions, 10 down to 1, and these are all over the board, so you can answer them any way you want, brother.
Okay.
So number 10, starting off with number 10, name something that's a perfect 10 in your life.
Well, this one's kind of like a long answer, really.
Bring it.
Back in March, towards the end of the month, we were restaurants and stuff were getting shut down in Alabama due to COVID-19. I was terminated from my sales position at a prominent food distribution company. I mean, they just didn't just throw me out. I mean, we were, I was blessed to have severance and all that good stuff. But I think the freedom ever since that, because I'm still unemployed, just being a wrestler now. We make it work with what we got. And, with my family's taken care of, my lights are on, my mortgage is caught up. That's pretty much like the perfect 10 right now. It's just the freedom that I had after not having to be like a corporate guy anymore. I've got a beard and long hair now, and I don't really have to answer to a sales manager anymore, and that's kind of cool.
There you
Just doing my
go.
own thing. So
Freedom's a good thing.
I know it's kind of a weird answer, but just mentally, I've got clarity. I don't have stress as far as that goes. If something gets me down, I just know we're going to get through it as a family, and I just try to stay positive because there's just way too much negative things going on, especially right now with this with everything.
Yeah.
Racial tension, pandemic, election, everything sucks. But we're just making the best we can, doing what we're doing.
Copy that, brother. Number 9, name something 9 is the German word for no.
Okay.
So that's why 9 is name something you've written off, something that's no more for Cabana Man Dan. I'm going to take one away. Can't say your job. Name something that's no more in 2020 for Cabana Man Dan.
Carbohydrates.
Carbs.
Yeah, so I'm on a keto diet for the most
That's why
part.
you're eating all these duck eggs.
Yeah, that's why I'm eating eggs and bacon and stuff. I was just interested in that lifestyle for a while, and I was like trying to gear up for the anniversary show, trying to slim down, trying to get in better shape, and I just started counting carbs. I'm not cutting them out completely, but I stay well under 20 a day, and I've dropped to about 15 pounds.
Woo! And how long?
Month and a half or less.
Jeez.
So
you were a big guy to begin with.
I went from 165 to 149.
Are you getting cut on us? You gonna be cut, Man Dan? Is that
Hey, I'll tell you what though. So the other day, I wrestled for Black Label Pro in Crown Point, Indiana, and I just took like a screen capture of my entrance walking out, and that's just what that was like the biggest thing, was like how whipped up into shape I've gotten during the pandemic. I almost have abs. I don't know, just looking good and feeling good. And just that video of me coming out is probably like the most viewed thing I've ever shared, other than the goofy picture with me like fumbling with the title because it's so heavy. Because that got like the Twitter impressions on that was ridiculous. Like 75,000 people saw that.
Jeez.
And my rate went up. So
what's the one with the was that the one that got memed?
Yeah, like where I'm like holding the belt and like kind of making like a goofy face because it's so heavy. And I knew when I took that picture is actually from middle of last year. It just popped up out of nowhere because of Beyond Wrestling shared it, because they wanted to acknowledge that as the new independent wrestling title. And Drew Gulak shared it, and it went viral on Reddit, went viral on Facebook.
Those people were putting on the belt like things that they were proud of. That was the best one. It was like me,
my alcohol tolerance.
Yeah, the alcohol. Me was strangely proud of my alcohol tolerance. Sounds great.
And someone showed that to me, and that was just kind of like out of nowhere. It's just fun that as silly as it is, that it can give somebody joy for like 5 seconds scrolling through the timeline. And I'm here for it. People can make fun of it, but I'm here for it, man. As long as I can entertain you, that's great.
I like it. Number 8 is, what do you want to, when you die, what do you want to be the last thing you ate? What do they want to say? So here's the deal. You can mix and match. You can go home cooking. You can pick 7 different restaurants and 7 dishes, dessert. We
Hmm.
have all kind of different answers on this. So what do you want your last meal to be?
I'm thinking we go to top of the river and have a
Oh yeah,
ribeye.
you are a Gadsden boy.
So the top of the river ribeye is hard to beat.
The
Uh,
ribeye.
yeah, the ribeye.
I've never had the ribeye there.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Wait,
It's
and we should tell everybody this is a seafood place.
catfish place.
Hence, top of the river. And now what they're known for is when you sit down at the table, they give you a little pan,
A
and
dog pan.
a dog pan, and they give you like an old tin cup that's got coleslaw in it. And they got
Pickled onions
pickled onions, and the cornbread.
and greens.
That's what sits down at your table like before you even order.
Yep,
And then you're going ribeye.
absolutely. Medium rare ribeye with the baked
Dude, you've
potato.
changed my life. I would have never gotten the ribeye there.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so. And then we used to have company Thanksgiving or company Christmas parties there. It'd be 15 people all getting ribeyes because they're just that good. No, not any catfish, no shrimp, just ribeyes for everybody.
No seafood, just all steaks.
All steaks and Michelob Ultras
All right.
with
So
a pecan pie at
so
the
you
end.
wait, are you going the whole top of the river meal, or are you just getting
Nah,
the prime rib?
No. Maybe a pecan pie. That's the best pie.
So no sides, just this ribeye steak and a whole pecan pie.
Well, we're talking about the pickled onions and all that, like all the other.
Yeah, that's what you want, all the top of the
I
river
want all
stuff.
that, man. That's
Okay.
I'm fine with that. I'm simple.
Where's the pecan pie from? Anywhere?
Frozen section at Walmart. I don't
Hey,
care.
you just need some pecan pie.
I say some pecan pie with some whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
Yeah, just a little bit, just a
Just a
dollop.
little bit. You don't gotta go a little bit. It's your last meal. Get the whole can right in your mouth. All right, number 7. When you're 7 years old, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Professional wrestler or a garbage man?
Really?
Yeah,
At
I've always
7,
wanted.
you already wanted to be a wrestler.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, and then garbage man.
Yeah, that was my backup plan.
Well, they were so cool. They got to
Yeah.
ride on the back of a truck.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore, but I liked them back then.
Yeah. I think at some point all dudes wanted to be a garbage man, no doubt.
Hey, I mean, you've seen the memes. I mean, they get benefits and government stuff. So I mean, it's like,
Oh, they're
you know.
rocking way more than
Yeah.
I am. They're laughing all the way to the bank, buddy.
Hey, there's always trash to get picked up too. So
Number 6. How do you want to end up 6 feet under?
I know. I think at one point I said I wanted to be in a ring when it happens, but I think that'd be bad. I mean, that'd be all tragic and stuff. I mean, I just want to be.
You get a Dark Side of the Ring episode out of it.
As long as I get a tournament where people compete for the Cabana Cup, I guess.
Oh,
I'm
the
fine with
Cabana
it.
Cup, like a tribute. All right.
Yeah. But no, I mean, probably just something peaceful at home would be nice.
In the bed.
Yeah, just I don't want to freak everybody out. I don't want to suffer either. I don't want something traumatic that's gonna like haunt children. Like I don't want to go out like Owen Hart or somebody.
I think I might go. One of my options is jet ski accident, because
Okay.
I'm gonna die with a smile on my face. It's impossible not to smile on a jet ski. I think that might be at least because you just go boom, and I want it to be done. Just like I want to ramp a wave, and somebody else ramps a wave.
I think I'll end up choking on my ribeye and dying. I'll just have a piece of
You don't even get to
gristle.
the pecan pie. You go out on the steak. All right. Number 5, 5-finger discount. What's the last thing you stole? I know you're from Etowah County, so I know you stole things.
All right, so I stole the show at the anniversary show. So, all right, but for real, here's what I've. All right, this is not going to be the last thing. Let's talk about the first thing.
Let's get them all in.
All right, so you remember Nelson's, right? Downtown on Broad Street, Nelson's.
Yeah. The guy accused me of shoplifting at Nelson. This is amazing. This is amazing. You said that. He thought I stole He thought I stole baseball cards in my sweatpants.
As people do. No, like my dad had a comic book shop on Broad Street. I had like giant cardboard boxes that I got out of the dumpster from Fuller Medical, and they were huge. So I pretended it was a spaceship. So I put like Christmas lights up in it. Well,
Yeah.
one of the lights went dead. So it was around Christmas time. So I went to Nelson's. I was gonna get replacement bulb. I was like, man, I just need one.
How old are you?
Probably like 9 or 10, something like
Okay.
that.
And you need like one Christmas light?
I just need one Christmas bulb.
Okay.
So there was like a replacement pack with like 4 or 5. I just kind of like poked through the perforated cardboard and snuck it in my pocket and left. And that was the first thing I stole. The other ones are probably more recent, and the statutes of limitations probably not over yet. So.
Well, this is all allegedly, reportedly for a podcast. Yeah.
Okay. Wink.
Anything major? Did you accidentally steal food from the grocery store?
Well, I mean, I've accidentally like walked out without paying for a case of water.
Yeah, like it's underneath the buggy.
Yeah, and
that's how I usually get everybody. They're like, "I never stole anything," and I'm like, "Never like a 12-pack underneath." They're like, "Well, that's not stealing." I wait a minute.
Well, when you get it, when you realize it, you put it in the car. You're like, it's just Walmart. No, so I used to
steal things from hotels. What's your favorite thing to steal from hotels?
All the little soaps.
Yeah, sure.
I take them all. Mouthwash, hairnet.
Yeah, I just load it up. Yeah,
it's like I paid for this stuff.
I got so many makeup remover pads. It's ridiculous.
And I used to fill up vending machines, and the vending machines would get like a coin jam, and people lose their money, and they never really come back to claim it, I guess. So you'd have like $10 in quarters all stuck. You think I'm just going to give that to the company? No, player. That's how I got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, saving up quarters I found.
You're taking our chip money and getting video games, you dirty dog. I see how it's going to be.
I steal a lot. Holy crap. That's not good.
You do. We hadn't even got to all of them. You're just running the gambit.
The first and last.
You're from Etowah County. I knew there was some thievery in there somewhere. That's you grew up on the streets of Glencoe. All right, number 4, Mount Rushmore of Little Debbie's. Top 4 Little Debbie's.
I know number 1's got to be the classic honey bun, because that's what I broke. That's what I broke my cheat meal with.
Okay,
was the honey bun.
Nice.
Christmas tree cake.
Okay.
Gotta have
Not
that
out
one.
for long. That's a good one.
Fudge round.
Fudge round. Mm-hmm. That's not in many top 4s.
Wow. It's a lot of wrong top 4s.
It's there, but it's not in all of them.
And I think the Buddy Bars, peanut butter Buddy Bars.
Okay, it's a good call.
Yeah.
How do you eat the Buddy Bars? Just straight up crunch them? I pull them apart.
I do both, and then I'll take a bite and dip it in milk.
Oh, Nutty Buddy in the milk.
Yeah.
Anything else you do weird with the Little Debbie's? Like microwave them or freeze them or eat them weird? Or you just throw down on them?
No, I just eat them. I eat. I don't think I've found a Little Debbie I don't like. Honestly.
Do you heat up the honey bun?
I used to. So back at the vending job, they'd be just like frozen in the back of the truck on a winter day. And I just throw them on the defroster. By the time I get to Jacksonville from Gadsden, they're good. They're ready to go.
Yeah, melted up in that dash. I like it, dude. Dashboard cooking. All right. Number 3, 3 albums on a deserted island. So you can pick any 3 albums. This doesn't mean you are throwing the gauntlet down, saying they're the best albums of all time. But you just get to hear these over and over and over again. Some people pick greatest hits. Some people pick live albums so they can hear people. All over the board here. 3 albums. So who's Cabana Man Dan got?
I mean, they're probably going to be like compilations. Like it'll be like the best of Weird Al would be one of them.
Okay.
The best of Hall & Oates would be another one.
Well, Hall & Oates greatest hits. Okay.
And I'm trying to think of another one.
I
don't know. Whatever Post Malone's got out this week, I guess.
Okay. A Posty fan. I like it. It was the last concert I went to before pandemic hit. There we go. All right. Number 2, speaking of, first and last concert you went to. So 2 concerts. I need the first, your very first on your own concert.
Okay.
And then
the very first on our own concert, we were 18 and went to Hall & Oates and Michael McDonald concert.
Strong.
So
Where was that at?
it was Atlanta at amphitheater.
Yeah.
We were the youngest people there.
That is setting the bar high, dude.
Yeah, it was that was the first one I ever went to, and it was awesome, man. There are a couple of the goats.
How old were you?
18.
How are you into Michael McDonald and Hall & Oates at 18?
Well, Michael McDonald just happened to be there, but back whenever I used to work at a Schlotsky's Deli, I was the manager there. So whenever the owner would leave for the day, I would change it to 80s pop, and there would just be a lot of Hall & Oates playing, and that's how I.
You're like, boom, we're going, son.
Yeah.
All right, what's the last concert you went to?
You know, it was either one of two of them. I can't really remember because it was a few years ago now. But it was either a Weird Al Yankovic concert or a Fall Out Boy / Paramore concert.
Okay, we're in the misery business. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, nicely done. All right, number two. That was number two. Number one, who's a dream match out there that I'm sure there's a ton of them, but who's kind of in your sights of upcoming dream matches you'd like?
I mean, just having wrestled so many people over the course of 15 years, you kind of get your dream matches here and there.
Yeah.
I know Jonathan Gresham would be a fantastic match. You know, really get to test out the technical ability with him. He's one of the best around. One of my dream matches I had was like Hallowicked, so I'm trying to think of some other people. I'd like to wrestle Effie. Does that count?
Yeah.
I'd love an Effie match.
He was there at the last card you were at, right?
Yeah, he was.
Who did he wrestle that night?
The Hot Tamale. So that was a match that happened.
That was a thing.
So I mean, I don't know. It's just.
Well, I tweeted we need you and this guy to hook up.
Oh yeah, Mance Warner.
But have you tagged with him? Didn't you?
Yeah, we were Cabana Man Dan. Southern Underground Pro.
Cabana Man Dan.
Yeah. I'm a big Manster fan. You know, he's got tons of respect for me. He's on the up and up. You know, he's a signed talent to MLW, I believe. You know, one of the prominent superstars of independent wrestling. So, you know, I don't want to look past Jaden Newman on the 5th, but I will say beating somebody like Mance Warner would definitely raise my stock in New South and bring me a little bit closer to getting that title shot again. So, I mean, if we're calling it right here on Casio's cut, I'm just gonna challenge old Manser. We're gonna fight around a little bit. I'm gonna hit him with a flip flop. We're gonna enjoy some cold beers. And
you're going to the pay window instead of him. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, we're gonna go to the pay window. So Mance, we
Mance,
go back.
You hear that, son?
You were foreshadowing earlier, I think, with your little elbow during the green screen.
This is all you're gonna see. This is all you're gonna see, son. Old Manser's coming after Cabana. That'd be a good fight. That'd be a good fight. You had some ring chemistry when you tagged together, so that'd be a good matchup.
Yeah, I think so too. You know, we both have more of an old school mentality when it comes to wrestling. You know, I've seen him beat the piss out of people. He's beaten the piss out of people. I've done the same thing. And on September 20th, I'm gonna take him to task. I hope if he accepts.
Is he coming to town?
Yeah, he'll be there at the furniture factory.
Oh, but he don't have an opponent yet.
No, man. I hear he might be looking for one.
Oh, this is perfect. Oh, Mance. The challenge, the gauntlet has been thrown, dude. Cabana Man Dan challenging Mance Warner here when you come to town to Huntsville, Alabama. We'll make that happen. Well, hopefully, I'll tag him in all these posts, dude. He's
right. Well, I got a smile on my face right now because we're having a good time. But if you've seen the last few New South shows, I'm not really smiling. It's serious, like next level stuff. I'm doing backflips and lariats and jumping all over the place, doing stuff I really haven't done in a long time. So, he's getting the
thumbtack flip flops might need to
come. Hey, you never know. It could happen.
All right, Mance. If you hear this, and by the way, everybody listening I think they should start tagging Mance and telling him to accept the challenge from Cabana Man Dan. Huh?
Hey, if y'all want to see it, tag him.
That'd
Let
be
him know that I'm
super
the first
sweet.
to call him out for this.
Plus, it'd be good for me. I'd get Manser on my show if he can accept it. That means somebody sent him the audio. I'm going to send it to him. But Manser, we're calling you out, buddy. We need you and Cabana Man Dan to throw down, son. Yeah. There you go. Well, Dan, dude, thank you for finally catching up with me. I can't wait to hang out with you again. It's been a minute since I saw you get to do your thing in the ring, brother. The lettuce is looking good. Look at that. I mean, that's some good-looking lettuce right there, dude.
Are you talking about in my backyard?
What about your hair?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can put in a ponytail now almost. I haven't had long hair in about 15 years, and I had to cut it for a job, and I said, if I ever get a chance to grow it back out, I'm going to do it.
Boom.
And here we are. I got
pandemic. You got a garden, too?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. We got a garden, too. What do you got? So we just threw everything in ours because it was our first garden, so we just let's throw every seed there.
Yep. Yeah, it's a mess. It's just a conglomerate of plants, all cross-pollinating.
With?
Peppers, like cayenne peppers, jalapeno peppers.
Really?
Yeah, the cayenne peppers are like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with all these things. Tomatoes have been good.
Got some different Etowah County dirt than we got. We got none of that.
I'm trying to think of what else I got. I got okra coming up.
Okra.
Sunflowers. I got like 8-foot tall sunflowers in my backyard.
Really?
Yeah, they're amazing.
Oh, that's what I want to go with next.
I don't know how they make seeds or whatever, but they're really cool.
We got a lot of squash. We got some eggplants, not cucumbers, but zucchini. I'm waiting right now. Is the time for my potatoes to be ready. And if anybody knows me, I'm a lover of mashed potatoes. So if I can get my own farm-to-table mashed potatoes, I'm going to be like you, Cabana Man Dan. I'm going to be in that Zen place where I'm free. I'm free from the restraints of society.
I can't remember the last time I had mashed potatoes. All I ever have is rice cauliflower now.
Oh, yeah, you're on the no carbs. Wow. All right, dude. Great stuff catching up with you finally.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to have you back on again, man, and look forward to seeing you out live. Tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
On Instagram, it's cabana.man.dan because Cabana Man Dan proper was taken by some jabroni.
That's probably you, and you forgot.
No, it's not me. No, it ain't me. It's some kid that with no followers.
So Cabana Man Dan, but with dots in between.
Yeah.
All right.
That's Instagram. On Twitter, it's just Cabana Man Dan proper. And on Facebook, it's facebook.com/Cabana Man Dan.
Boom. Easy enough, brother. We support you. We look forward to seeing you, man. Rooting for you. And, get the merch.
Yeah, ProWrestlingTees.com/Cabana Man Dan. Get the new flip-flop street shirt with my chickens. That's Felicia and Brittany.
The coconuts. Hey, wait, can they get the pins there? You got new Chicken Man Dan.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
He has created a new logo instead of Cabana Man Dan. He's got Chicken Man Dan that looks like the KFC logo. So, boom, there it is.
There it is. It's the KFC logo, but Chicken Man Dan.
Chicken Man Dan.
In the mail the other day. So
is that a Pro Wrestling Tees as well?
No, this is hit me up on social media and I'll mail it to you.
All right.
Personally.
Hit him up on social media. Support him. Support the indie scene. We appreciate your time, brother. Glad you are doing well and in a good place, and look forward to see you throwing down. Mance Warner, he's coming for you, son. He's coming for you. Hugh Mungold is going to be yours again, Cabana Man.
I sure hope so.
Like we say every time, we better stop before we get embarrassed. Adios, muchachos.